with a small version of 2 questions on Mississippi State's first day of camp.
Yeah, in honor of the Bulldogs starting camp today, their over-under win total is 6.5. If they are going to hit that over, the biggest thing Mississippi State absolutely must do is
win 7 games.
Yes. But how do they get there?
Touchdown. Be good at left tackle. Not great, not Charles Cross, not that level, just good. They're going to be good on the offensive line at the other 4 positions. Got 3 returning starters, and literally anybody with a pulse will be better than Scott Lashley at right tackle. So it's just the simple measure of the guy at left tackle can't be a turnstile. If that guy can sit, if whoever it is, and right now Dollar Bill is running first team, or if it ends up being Percy Lewis, the JUCO guy, they just got to be good. You brought back a ton of receivers. You got back both your running backs. You got Will Rogers. The offense will click if you can protect Will Rogers. That's the biggest key for State being over 6.5 wins.
Biggest key for Mississippi State winning more than 6.5 games? Treat the running game as something other than the plague.
The plague.
You don't have to run a lot. It's just got to kind of look like it did at the end of the year, where you run a little. Just enough to keep the defense honest. Make them, because, I mean, frankly, they're 2 pretty good backs there.
Yeah.
You got guys that have the ability to tote the bread. So let them tote the bread just a little bit. If for no other reason, to keep the defense honest so that you can do more of what you want when you put the ball in the air.
If they want to hit that over of 6.5, they absolutely cannot do what?
Regress offensively. They have to be even better than they were last year. What they did last year will not be enough for 6.5 this year with playing Georgia. I just don't see that. So Will Rogers has to be better. Jaquavius Marks and Dylan Johnson have got to rush for more yards than they did a year ago. They need a receiver to step up and become a big play threat, not just a guy averaging 10 yards a catch. They need somebody averaging 13, 14, 15 yards a catch. They need a couple of those guys, to be totally honest. They need somebody to become a red zone threat. I think Antonio Harmon might get the first crack at that, or Caleb Ducking might. 2 bigger receivers. They have to – every offensive number they had last year needs to be better than it was last year. Starting with QB1 5K.
They can't whiz down their leg against Memphis or Arizona.
And that's easily the truth.
I mean, I'm not like being flippant when I say that. You can't have the Memphis game from last year. You have to win that game. You can't lose the way you did at Memphis. Yeah, bad calls and and lots of reasons they lost the game. You can't lose that Memphis game like you did last year in Tucson. Got to win those 2. Win the opener, win at Arizona, well on your way to a 7 minimum win season. Period. Can't do that.
No. And those are 2 teams that they are better than, roster-wise. Yes. Very, very, very much so. And also games, if you screw around, you can lose them.
I guess. I mean,
You say you guess. It happened last year.
Yeah, but Memphis was
I
better
mean, you
last year.
guess. You saw it with your own eyes.
I know. Memphis was better last year than they're going to be this year.
Can't tell you how good it felt to ask those 2 questions. For the 4th year. 4th year. Let's go.
You working on a sponsor?
We have a special
for 2
pay-per-view.
Hey, if
we have a special pay-per-view premium version if you want to hear our answers for Ole Miss. Send Venmo us each $20, and we'll tell you.
If you want your name on 2 questions, Borky@supertalk.fm is my email. Let's talk.
Or you can just hit me up.
Get you in touch with Lazy Boy.
Do not talk to Richard. Talk to me.